Hi guys, how are you? This is Lois. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're safe and fine wherever you are. Oh my god, it's been a while. I'm so sorry. I'm not making as many videos as I would like to do. It's a busy season. It's school application season. So hopefully things are gonna subside soon and I'll get back to my frequency. So I just wanted to apologize for that. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. For my fans, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I know a lot of you reach out to me, you give me shout outs, you give me, you thank me, you send me emails. I get so many emails, you won't believe it. So I can't always respond to all of them, but just know that deep down my heart, I really appreciate the messages that you send me. You guys keep me going, okay? So the information here is for your information purposes only. So please take this, take the education here. It's gonna help you make better decisions. But this is not legal advice. If you want legal advice, if you have case-specific question, please send me an email. I do offer consultation services and I'll be happy to sit with you one-on-one and answer your question or even guide you in your application, okay? Or even apply for you, okay? Yeah, anyway, enough of that. I want to talk about a provincial nominee program that you should be looking at, okay? Whether it's for today or for your future, I tell you, you need to prepare. So people who are informed are able to prepare better. They come up with a good strategic plan towards immigration. You may not be immigrating today, but you could be looking at doing this sometime soon. So this is a New Brunswick Provincial Nominee Program, Express Entry Stream. I have said this, and maybe you just want to go back to my channel. I've talked about various provincial nomination programs available in this country, and some of them are easy to get to. Others, they're attractive to different demographics at different times. And all provincial nomination programs are not equal. They are not created equal. So always make sure you're doing enough research, you're consulting with a professional, or you're doing all your due diligence to make sure that you are exploiting all the available options for you. Okay? All right, so this program, the New Brunswick Provincial Nominee Program, Express Entry Stream, just like the name says, it's aligned with Express Entry. So the biggest requirement there is you make sure you are in the express entry by making sure that you get the 67 points out of 100. Okay, that's what you need first. So this program is actually designed for foreign nationals with skills, education, and work experience to contribute to New Brunswick's economy, and it's for people who genuinely and are ready to live and work in New Brunswick. Okay, make sure you're not using this program just for the purposes of immigrating to Canada. You are taking this program, you're taking this nomination to come and live in New Brunswick, to participate there towards the economic growth, because you know what, if a province is generous enough to grace you with a nomination, I think then you have a moral and a legal obligation to settle there. And I'm saying this because some people tell me, what if I just come there and then I move immediately? You can move, you're permanent resident. You can't be tied to one place. But I think to hold the integrity of these programs, it's upon us to make sure that we are honoring the obligations set for us. Okay, enough preaching. So let's go ahead and see this program. Who is it for? How do you qualify for it? And a few other things to do in New Brunswick and where to settle. Okay, so we said, so make sure you get the 67 points. This program has their own point system, which mirrors that of the federal skilled worker class. So you must gain 67 out of 100 points under this province, okay, on top of the express entry. Okay, so we shall see that. There are two steps towards the application, two stages of application for this program. The first stage is applying for a nomination certificate, and the second stage is applying for PR. So how do you start this program? You're in the express entry, you meet the qualifications, you submit an EOI. Okay, that is an expression of interest. Before you submit an expression of interest, always make sure you go to the Government of New Brunswick's website to know the criteria that they are using for their EOI, because that does change from time to time depending on their labor market needs. Okay. Usually under the express entry, New Brunswick may select applicants and issue them with an LOI, that is a letter of interest, depending on their labor market needs. So always I tell you, people think that creating an express entry profile is just as simple as that. Always make sure before you create that profile, where your skill sets are needed, which province to target. So if you're there and your skill sets, you feel they are needed in New Brunswick, you can always select to go live in New Brunswick, and you never know, you may get that LOI to apply for permanent residence in their province. Okay, so how are these people going to assess your eligibility for this program? They are going to follow 5 main criteria, and that is your intent to reside in New Brunswick. That must be genuine intention to live there. Then number 2 is eligible connection to New Brunswick. And that eligible connection, for now, we've said that the eligible connection you get is either you're working there, you have a job offer, or you're a student and you're currently living there. So that is the current eligible connection. Always make sure that you know what the current eligible connection they are using at any particular time. So always educate yourself on the eligible connection. You never know. Okay, things do change. Then number 3 is if you have enough money to support yourself and your family, whether they are immigrating with you or not. Number 4, you must meet all the requirements of your NOC, and that NOC must be NOC O, A, or B. Please, not just matching your job with a NOC. It's making sure that the duties, the job description, the aptitude, the skills, everything matches with your NOC, okay, and your occupation. And number 5, this is not mandatory, but if you have a job offer, it must be a genuine job offer. Okay, so remember we talked about 67 out of 100 points. How do you get these 67 points? They're going to give you these 67 points based first on age, and this one is a little different from the federal skilled worker class. So up to age 35, so from 22 to 35, you get the maximum 12 points. Okay, 22 to 35. Language, CLB 9 is going to get you 24 points. Education, a PhD will get you 25 points, a master's will give you 23 points, and a degree will give you 21 points. Okay, work experience, if you have over 6 years of work experience, you get yourself 15 points. If you have a job offer, you get an extra 10 points, and adaptability gives you an extra 10 points. So as long as you meet the 67 points, these people then you may, and of course you meet their other eligibility requirements, then you can just go ahead and submit your EOI. Okay, always. So the processing fee for this program is 250 Canadian dollars. This doesn't mean that that is all the money that you will need to immigrate to Canada. No, there's a lot of government fees involved there. Okay, so make sure you check that. People do ask themselves, if I want to go live in a place, which are the best places to live? So where are the best places to live in New Brunswick? I've heard that a place called Deep is the best place to live in New Brunswick, and it's the second best place to live in Atlantic Canada after Halifax. The other place you want to go to, Fredericton. You may also want to go to Moncton. I visited Fredericton, Moncton, and St. John. They are lovely places, but I fell in love with Moncton. Their beaches, they have these wonderful red sand beaches. My goodness, I wanted to move there. It's only that Calgary was calling my name. But that place is beautiful. If you love beach life, you want to go to New Brunswick. Okay, so I've talked of Fredericton, Moncton, Deep, Riverview, St. John, Miramichi, Edmundston, Bathurst, Rothsey, and a place called Quispamsis. Sorry if I slaughtered that name. Anyway, then if you're a parent and you're here, you may want to consider sending your child to New Brunswick for post-secondary education. And I will say why. I'll tell you why. But these are the best colleges and schools that you should be targeting. New Brunswick is home to University of Fredericton, University of New Brunswick, which has so many colleges. Then you have Yorkville University. You also have Crandall University. They also have a wonderful community college that is the New Brunswick Community College. The good thing that I want you to take away from here is, if you come to study in New Brunswick, they have the most attractive streams for international students and workers in that province. It's so easy for you to immigrate to New Brunswick once you're there as a temporary worker or as a student. And as we've seen, especially with this program, as long as you're in the express entry, you don't even necessarily have to have graduated from the school. Majority of the other provinces, they do require you to have graduated from a public institution, but this one, especially this program specifically, if you have a degree from another place and you're already making yourself into the express entry, then as long as you're enrolled in the school, then you can apply for this program and chances are you will be successful. Okay? Yes, so if you're considering moving there, if you want to do your master's, it's going to be an easier and a faster way for you to immigrate to Canada. Okay? Anyway, until next time. Okay? So keep it here, subscribe, share, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye now.